So let's take a moment all together, if you want to join me, to get a little intimate with ourselves first. So if you want to settle in to wherever you're sitting right now, feel your bum on the chair and allow yourself to check in, ask yourself how you are right now. It's one of my favorite things to do, one of the most profound things we teach in any embodiment course I've ever been part of. And it's really that element. How much do we allow ourselves to be intimate with our current experience? So noticing all the physical sensations that might be present right now, including any tension, any contraction in the body, including the breath, maybe even the temperature of your body. And then also noticing the emotional quality that's here. As I mentioned, there was a moment of a little bit of fear coming up, nervousness, excitement for me. What's present for you? Are there any thoughts present right now for you? And they're right now only in your head. You don't need to share them with anyone else. But can you allow them to be there? Can you allow them to be there fully without judging, pushing them away? In your entire experience right now, can you allow that, welcome it without judging, without changing, without pushing it away in any way? And take a deep breath, and maybe sigh out if that's what you feel like doing. That comes. Open your eyes if they were closed. Guide them back to the screen. And then after having become a little bit more intimate with yourself, maybe, I'd also encourage you to do what I did initially, to take a moment to flip through the screens here and see who else is here. Because this digital world can feel a bit separating. It's like we're so far away, we're in different countries, we're in different environments, we're all in our rooms, homes, maybe not our home, but in such different places. So allowing yourself to take a look, who else is here? Maybe there is a smile. Notice what you do in your own body, depending on who you're looking at. Is there anyone that you're like, ooh, they look nice? Or, oh, maybe I wouldn't be friends with them? Any judgments here? Or maybe judgments that seem rather innocent, like, oh, they look fun, or I'd definitely be friends with them. I'd go to a party with this one, but maybe not with that one. Oh, but this one could be my accountant. Any such judgments present for you? Okay, great. So one point I want to make is that intimacy, or whenever talking about intimacy, we might have different interpretations of what that means. To clarify, intimacy for me is really looking closely and allowing myself to experience fully. And then when it involves another, so it starts with my own experience, being intimate with myself, being close with myself, really feeling myself. And then from there, it's about relating to another potentially. So relationships in any form or shape. And how close can I be with someone? How openly can I share who I am? Show up authentically, fully, reveal myself almost. Yeah. So these two components are the first things that come up for me when it comes to intimacy, and it involves emotional intimacy. And only secondary to that, I would say there is an element of maybe sexuality and sensuality that falls into that same overarching term of intimacy. But the focus for me is often the relational, the emotional, the relationship I have with myself, with my own feelings, with my own sensations, and all that whole package of my being, especially when we speak about embodiment. And as I just mentioned, that field of intimacy can be rather broad. And the title of this session is Intimacy Without Fear, where I would say fear is not even something to push away or to want to get rid of. So to start off with, intimacy without fear can mean, first of all, becoming intimate with fear. So to feel and notice and allow the emotion of fear to be present and the thoughts that come with it. I like to distinguish between 3 levels oftentimes, which is the physical, the emotional, and the mental. And that's what we started off with. The kind of thoughts that we have, the feelings or the emotions we feel, the heart, and then the purely physical, sensation-based. And they all go together. But what we tend to do is jump up into the head, jump into stories, have all these judgments that I addressed when we're looking at each other right now. And to drop lower down into the body is kind of the gift I found the whole embodiment approach brings. Familiarizing ourselves with sensations, and then also connecting the emotional to the sensations. So when I notice or interpret something as fear, how does that feel in my body? And you can ask yourself that right now. How do you notice fear in your body? Is there any contraction you feel in your body? Where? What do you do with your breath in moments of fear? And maybe you don't feel fear right now, but I'm sure we have all have got an experience of fear at some point. All right, so having said that, I think that we can still work with fear. And if fear becomes something that holds us back from entering into an intimate connection, or holding ourselves back from being intimate with ourselves, then that's definitely something where maybe it's worth looking at this and turning it around and embracing the fear, I'd say, rather than trying to get rid of it. Because fear serves a certain purpose as well, right? It might warn us sometimes of certain things, to be afraid of something.